Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday sermon. Each week, we try to bring you messages of faith and inspiration. We realize that a lot of people have trouble getting out and would rather listen to it in their own homes, so we try to oblige. Last week, I was so blown away by the prayer that our Father was giving us. I forgot to tell you who's going to be on this week. Well, it's going to be Archangel Raphael. The angel is with us, so let us begin. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be back to you. You see, angels only have a single mission. We only serve God. That's all we do. We try to help. When He asks us to step in a situation, we do it. You see, we have served God since the beginning of time. When a human comes back, he has a very, very short period of time to serve God. We all hope that all humans take advantage of that time. We send them back with a life plan. We try to guide them. We try to give them information. We try to do all that we can so that all humans have the opportunity to serve God. There is no greater mission. Now, once a human gets back, quite often they decide to serve themselves. They see money, they see power, they see greed. They think that all of these things are going to bring them happiness, so that's what they pursue. Well, they're going to find out that the pursuit of those humans, I'm going to call them frailties, they're going to find out the pursuit of those frailties are not what they've been sent back to do. God is in everyone's heart. He's everywhere. God is behind all of the blessings that you have in your life. Now, some people like to blame God when things aren't good. That's not the way of things. God is not only with you in blessings, He brings you blessings, but He does not bring you evil. You choose evil. That's your own choice. That's your free will. He will help guide you towards all of His messages, and He will guide you towards doing all that you can to help others. But if you turn to evil, then you're pretty much on your own. You see, we are all available to give you advice, guidance, and leadership, but you have to ask for it. Prayer. Prayer is when you ask for guidance, when you ask for help. Now, most often I am called upon for health problems. Life plans include health problems. No one ever said that you were going to be healthy every day of your life. That's up to you. It's how you live your life. Many times, problems are part of your life plan, and there's nothing that we can do about it. You see, all souls have lessons to learn. All souls have things that they need to do in their lives, and all souls need to make their own decisions. Perhaps you have a grave illness. That illness may be designed in your life plan so that you understand that type of suffering. Barry has spoken to you with many guests. Lou Gehrig had ALS. Terrible, terrible disease, but it was part of his life plan because he needed to remain strong and help others even through this terrible illness, and it took his life. He went home and he was judged well for it. He was a strong man. Even the likes of Billy Graham, he had Parkinson's. That was also part of his life plan, because even though he helped millions, led millions towards God, he still had things he individually had to learn. All of you have things you individually have to learn. Now, many people pray to us to heal another person or to heal themselves. Sometimes God will step in and he'll create a miracle. Sometimes people are on such important paths that God will cure them and allow them to continue on that important path that they're on. You cannot make that choice. That's a choice only God can make. But there is always a possibility that that miracle will take place. There was a time that Barry suffered a heart attack, and I cured him of it. He was going into surgery. I appeared to him and cured his heart. 100% miracle. God told me to do it because he has much to do. His unique gift is bringing you the words of all of us from the other side. Very few can do that. So God stepped in and gave him more time to fulfill his mission. Since that time, he's worked very hard at it. He understands that he had a miracle. He was blessed with more time because he was doing what God wanted. You see, the odds of having a miracle are much better when you're doing what God wants. Suppose that you've gone out and you've made all of this money and you're not using any of it to help anyone else. Well, if you get a grave illness, oh, you'll be the first to ask for help, but you aren't going to get it. You see, you haven't chosen to follow God's ways. So he wants you to return, and you'll have another life plan and get another shot at it. But you could learn the lesson the first time. You shouldn't have to live multiple lives trying to learn the same lesson. It's going to be more difficult the next time. You see, if God's given you many blessings and you don't understand that it's only through God that you've received these blessings, then there's very little that you can do. You will continue on the path that you've chosen. You won't ask us for guidance. Oh, if you get sick, you will. That's when we hear from you. That's when you have all your friends pray for you. That's when you pretend that you believe in God. But you've lived your whole life away from him. Why do you think that you can change everything when you have a time of trouble? Time to come to God is when everything's great. When you have all these blessings and you understand that God has given them to you, that's when you thank him. You say, God, thank you so much for all my blessings. Everything is going great, and I know it's because of you. Now, there's people that have great suffering. It's part of their life plan, but it still does not destroy their faith in God. God gives them the strength to get through it. God is in everyone's heart. He can give you strength if you ask for it. He can give you many things if you ask for it. But if you don't ask, you will not receive. That is a fact. He's made it very easy for you to ask. Prayer. You don't have to speak the words out loud. You can think it. He hears everything. I know that's hard to believe. It won't be until you get back that you truly understand all of his strengths, all of his powers, all the things that he can do. You see, we're around him all the time. We're angels. We can take forms. We can do many things. God has to agree when I perform a miracle. He agreed that Barry's heart should be healed. And because of that, many more good things are taking place. Your life plan is not in permanent stone. It can be altered, but can be altered by you doing good things. If you are doing all these wonderful things, God doesn't want to cut that short. He wants you to do as many good things for others as he can have you do. He wants you to truly believe in him. If you truly believe in him, then all is possible for you. If you truly believe in him, then you can ask all of us for guidance. There are many, many angels available. You have guides. You have all this help. But you also have your ego. Your ego can supersede all the help that is available because you can know it all. There are many people that know more than God, so they think. There are many people that think they know it all. These are the ones that go out and harm others. These are the ones that don't care. These are the ones that are the most stupid. They cannot look around them and understand that God is everywhere, that God does everything, that he blesses you, that he gives you all that you will need to succeed. All you have to do is ask. You see these fools go out and they never ask, and then evil steps in and they accept the advice of evil and takes them off their life plan. And it ruins their life. They are judged for all the stupidity that they've done. Now, I know angels aren't supposed to speak like this, but sometimes we really feel like it. We watch the stupidity of humans. For instance, right now we're watching humans destroy the world, the earth. They're polluting, they're killing the waters. God gave you an almost perfect planet. Humans are doing everything they can to destroy it. They need to be educated. They need to be helped. It's not too late. They can ask us what to do and we'll tell them. We can save the planet. We can save humans. We can do everything basically because God wants humans to exist. He wants humans to love him. He wants humans to love everyone. If you love everyone, things are going to be so much better for you. It's just the way it is. Many people refuse to believe in angels. Many of you out there are saying, Barry can't be speaking in angels' words. Well, he can. If I hadn't saved his life, he couldn't. But I saved his life. I performed a miracle. I want him to continue speaking about all of us. I want him to continue speaking of God. It's what God wants. That's why he's sitting here. Do you think that he couldn't be enjoying his leisure time? But every Sunday morning he gets up and he tries to bring you a message of faith and love. The least you can do is pass it on to others. No, I'm not speaking like an angel this morning. I'm speaking like an energy that wants to help you. It's very different. You see, there's no evil energies. We're all here to help. We're all here to show you the way. We're all here to show you the light of God, and we're all here to try to help. So ask for our help. Pray to us. Pray to God. Only God knows when a miracle will take place. That is a fact. So thank you for listening to me today. I hope that I wasn't a bit abrasive, but maybe that's what you need. You need someone to tell you the way it is. We don't sugarcoat things over here. We tell you the way it is. So thank you for listening. I know Barry will be back next week. So have a good week. Thank you, Raphael. I can't say I was expecting that this morning. Anyway, next week we're going to dip back into antiquity and we're going to have Moses come to you. He's lived multiple lives since that time as Moses, but he'll bring you a good message. So thank you so much for listening. Please tell your friends about this. We're on YouTube. We're easy to find. And all we want to do is to bring you the words of God. So thank you. Have a great week. And we'll speak again soon.